Welcome to the Planners on Purpose podcast, a resource that empowers you and reminds you as an event professional to live your life on purpose. I'm Naomi Tucker and your host today. I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you had a wonderful holiday, a happy new year, and that you are looking forward to a fresh start in 2021. We have 2020 behind us and we're looking forward to a new year. There's something about the perspective of a new canvas, a new year. And I know there's a lot of things that are still behind us that we're bringing into this year. But, there's something about just saying we have the whole year to plan out, to map out, to try to do some of these seasons over again. Let's see how we can do it better, and make our lives better for it. So I don't know about you, but I am excited about 2021. It may change next week, but for right now, I'm excited. And I just want to say thank you for those of you that tune in and listen to the Planners on Purpose podcast every single week. I do appreciate you. If you're new here, welcome. You've come to a podcast that supports you on your journey in event planning by empowering you and motivating you with the tips, the tools, support, encouragement that you need to be able to live your life on purpose. So welcome. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to the podcast by clicking that notification on whatever platform that you're on. That would be much appreciated. I don't want you to miss out on any updates and new episodes that might be coming your way. When we talk about living our life on purpose, it's all about being intentional. It's all about making sure that we're deliberate in our steps, but then also quick in action. So I wanted to talk to you about taking action in the new year. I feel like that's very important. We do a lot of planning, and sometimes our plans can go to the wayside if we do not take decisive action about some of the items that we are planning. So this podcast episode is going to be about taking action in the new year, giving you some tips and helpful steps to be able to do that. So I hope that you're ready, and we will get right into it. First, I had a couple of announcements for you. I wanted to say thank you to those of you that came to our book club. It was our last book club in 2020 called Presence. We talked about how you can show up authentically and own your own story and go into 2021 with all that you are. And so it was a very exciting conversation. We had several people that joined, and a few of you participated. I'm just very thankful for that. You will be getting a new schedule for book club for this year coming up. We'll be starting our first book in February, so we'll be getting that out to you a little bit soon. I just wanted to make sure that you understood that I really enjoy these book clubs, and it is a way that we can continue to read, to learn, to grow, and to be able to help elevate us as event professionals. And that's all what it's about. So I enjoy reading. It is a passion of mine. I enjoy writing. That's a passion of mine. So I'm really just trying to bring that in and really help others and help you to be able to understand different things that would help you along your journey into the event profession. So I wanted to get into our episode today on taking action that makes you soar in the new year. We are going to really go through some things that are very familiar, but then also perhaps there's a couple of things that I talk about and steps that I am encouraging you to take that might not be so familiar that you might want to write down. So I encourage you to go ahead, get a pen, get a piece of paper so that you are able to really jot down some of these things as they come to mind, because they will only do nothing but benefit you and benefit how you're moving forward about your time and about your day and as you're trying to meet your goals. Now, speaking of goals, I know that every time a new year rolls around, everyone is saying, oh my goodness, I do not do New Year's resolutions. I don't want to do them. Every time I try to put a New Year's resolution out there, it ends up coming back in my face. And I totally get that. I understand and I empathize. However, it's very important for you to know where you're going. So I encourage you that even though 2020 was just not that year, it wasn't a year that we all enjoyed at all. And we do have some baggage coming over from 2020, right? We still need to reflect on what happened. What really happened? Where are you as a person? Where are you in your job? Where are you in your personal life? And really, where do you want to go? And that means just visioning it. So if it's just, hey, I thought that I would be further along in my career by now, maybe you want to put that down. Or perhaps I'm unemployed. I've been unemployed for 8 months and I need to get back in action. I need financial stability now. That is something that you need to write down. We need to be able to reflect so we know where we're going. We need to be able to reflect so we know where we don't want to stay. So I encourage you to find out where you're going. Find out what your destination is in every single area of your life. Now, this is going to take some time for you to do. You will have to sit down and reflect and ponder. Give yourself a good couple hours to get through this exercise so that you can definitely figure out where you need to go and tap into the feeling of getting there. Because when you do that, you truly can visualize and encapsulate yourself in those thoughts and in those feelings on where you want to go. And it helps drive you to really determine what that roadmap is going to be for yourself. So coming into our second point, my second point for you is to determine your roadmap. Okay, now we know where we're going to go, but we need to figure out, hey, where do I need to stop in order to get there? Now, I know this goes into making plans. If, we make plans for our events, we have to make plans for ourselves as well. So make sure that we're creating that vision and creating where we're stopping along the way to get to our destination. Now, a few ways that you can do this is, number one, before we get down to the very tactical on the when and where, perhaps we just need to fill up our notebooks with just some visions of how that could look to get to our destination. What I like to do is just take out a blank piece of paper, and I like to do the thought bubbles. And what that is I start with one big circle in the middle of my page, and it's just the circle of me. It's all that I am. It's Naomi, right? And what I'm doing from there is I'm, taking different lines outside of that circle, kind of like a little spider or little legs on the circle. And I'm putting other bubbles on it, and I'm saying something like, this is my finances. This is my personal life. This is my family. This is my work. And I'm putting different sections. And from there, we're going to continue to expand that out and really think of where I want to go and how I'm going to get there and all the different places I want to touch and go visit, right, to get to my destination. So that's one of the ways that I like to create my vision on paper. Another way that I enjoy doing is vision boards. Typically after I do that, I love to be able to visualize it by putting different unique elements together on a visual board where I can look at it for consistently throughout the year as a reminder of, oh yes, that's where I want to go. Now, vision boards are very highly effective, and a lot of people don't take the opportunity and time to actually create one. But this year I encourage you to do that. You might have some more time on your hands that you actually can do that this year. So I encourage you to do that. And in order to help you with that, I created a 5-day email challenge for you. And this challenge really walks you through what to put into your board, how to go through the thought process of what you should visualize for yourself, talks about the creation of the board, helps you to visualize and declare kind of what you want for yourself. And it really talks about how you can be consistent on ensuring that you are thinking about it constantly every day so that you can make sure that that comes into a reality for yourself. Now, this email challenge just released, and you can get that on the website plannersonpurpose.com, but I'll also link it for you here in the show notes. Go ahead and get on that so that you are able to have it walk through with you for 5 days on how to come up with this vision board for you. Now, that's going to be very effective if you do the work and definitely create that board for yourself. Another way to determine your roadmap is really just write it down. Some people just know exactly what they want to do, right? They're go-getters, you know what you want to do and how you want to do it. And if that's the case, it's fantastic. So maybe you have a planner. Make sure you're writing it down in a planner to determine what the roadmap is going to be, where you want to be each month or each quarter as you revisit your plan, where you feel that you should be synced and lined up. So get a planner. If you do not have a planner yet for your personal world, definitely get a planner and put all of those goals and those visions in there. And if you can go the extra mile to make sure that you're putting it in an order, whether it's by the first half of the year you want this and by the end of the year you want X, make sure you do that. Now, as far as planners, I love my planners. This year I am starting with the Free to Focus planner. Now this planner is the planner by Michael Hyatt. He is wonderful on productivity and time management and amongst other things. Michael Hyatt is a wonderful thought leader in the space. And we read a book of his called Free to Focus last year. And it was in the middle of the year, but I really wanted to make sure that I took advantage of doing my year for 2021 in this planner. So I'm excited about it. If you would like to have a discount on getting this planner, I will leave a link where you can get $10 off for your planner. So I will leave that link there so you can go ahead and order your own personal copy. But definitely I would encourage you to get some type of planner that you can write down your vision, write down your goals, and have them in a particular order on when they will happen. Okay, so I mentioned we're going to figure out where we're going to go, then we're going to determine our roadmap to get there, and then my third one is always know where you're going by revisiting. Revisit as often as you like what your plan is. So whatever the pace is for you to revisit your plan, make that commitment to yourself. So if it's every single week, you're going to review where you are and you're going to set your tasks for where you're going, then wonderful. If you're a person that needs a little bit of space to figure things out and you would like to have it be a monthly basis or a quarterly basis, definitely set that pace, schedule the time in your calendar on when you're going to revisit your vision or revisit your plan for yourself. That way you're constantly looking at it and you're taking action. Many times what happens is we can get very busy during the year, especially come February. Come February, most likely we are moving forward very fervently into our year and our projects and the events that we're planning. And it can be tough to look at what we had down for ourselves. But if you put it in your calendar, it really helps for you to look into it and take some time to go through it and make sure that you're doing all the things that you set out to do. Another way that you can hold yourself accountable besides putting it in your calendar is bringing people into your plans. If there are individuals and people in your life that are able to be ignited by your plan, they need to also be held accountable with your plan, or quite frankly, they're really good at making sure that you're going to follow through with your plan. Make sure to bring them into the mix. Why not? Because they're going to help you get to your end goal. Bring them in, let them know what you're doing, let them know how that they can hold you accountable or that they can contribute to your plan, and really give them the empowerment to be able to do that. It's certainly going to help. It's always nice when you're going through projects and certain goals and doing it with people. Now, there is an opportunity to do mastermind groups, or perhaps just getting a few key accountability partners to be able to help you. If you need accountability partners, why not come over to the Planners on Purpose community on Facebook? you can come there and we can help hold you accountable to the goals that you're looking to set for yourself. So head on over and join that community so that we can continue to hold each other accountable and help each other out as we're meeting our goals. Now, the fourth thing is really do one small thing towards your goals every day. Now, this is where action is really going to show off, right? Because we want to make sure that we're doing something. We don't want to get caught in procrastination or get caught in complacency. It's really easy to do that because you can get very comfortable with doing the status quo, but we're not going to do the status quo, right? We're here to push ourselves to the next level. We're here to level up and get to that place that we need to go. And in order to do that, we need to go from step A to step Z. And to get there would be to do small steps towards your goal. So make sure that every single day, you're writing down the top 3 things that you need to do. And this is why I love the Free to Focus Planner by Michael Hyatt, is because it gives you the opportunity to write down what those tasks are that you're going to do for the day. So for the day, for the week, have your tasks down and make sure that you're meeting them. So if you do have a planner, make sure that you're doing that. And if you don't, put it in your digital calendar on what one small thing you're going to do to meet your goals every single day. Okay, now the next thing is to be consistent. Now, consistency is very key. You coming and you showing up to your job is one thing, but coming every single day, and when you're there every single day, giving it your 100%, and even at that, you're contributing back, you're giving out. So being consistent with yourself, with your goals, is going to be very key. Making sure that you're literally doing something and doing it consistently. That is very important, and it's something that helps encourage you to continue to be more active in the year. So again, it goes back to putting it into your calendar. It goes back to making sure people are holding you accountable, or you're holding yourself accountable to be consistent to your goals. All right, so next we have to celebrate the wins. Now, I love this one, and I always have it there because I feel like it's important to always celebrate the wins. So even if it's just the fact that you completed your goals for the week, perfect. Well, let's do a little bit of a celebration. And in order to do that, maybe there is a certain ritual that you can create around it to say, yes, I got everything done, so I'm going to have either a glass of wine, or I got everything done, well, I'm going to treat myself to a piece of chocolate. Whatever it is, make sure that you're celebrating the wins that you're having throughout the year. It's only going to help encourage you to continue to move forward, and making sure that you're keeping those people that came along on the journey with you involved when it comes to celebrating the wins. We want to make sure that we're doing that too. Then I have always look out for the new opportunities and the shortcuts and the learnings that you have. Now, this is key because really, when we do get busier and when we have so much coming at us, there's so much pressure of just the mere projects that we need to do for other people. It's really hard for us to stay committed to things that we have to do for ourselves. So not only keeping things in your calendar is going to be key, but making sure that you're finding areas of opportunities to level up, to either network, to gain shortcuts or learnings, or just to quickly adapt are going to help you. 2020 was an excellent opportunity and just an excellent example, I think, of that, because many people there was a shocking moment where everything stood still for a while, and many people had to figure out what they were going to do. Some people took some time. They took 3-4 months to figure it out. And then in the summer of 2020, they started to open restaurants and start to find a new way to do what they do best. Others figured it out right away. So they never really missed a beat when it came to some of the goals and things that they wanted to meet. So there are several people that have had their best year yet, even in the event planning world, that pivoted early and did what they needed to do in order to be able to continue to service their clients in a way that would serve them. So always look out for the opportunities, the shortcuts, the learnings, and learn how to adapt very quickly. Be very decisive. Take action, but decisive action towards your goals, especially when it comes to making different moves and pivots. You want to make sure that you're leveraging all of those opportunities for yourself. And in order to do this, I know sometimes it's hard because you want to make sure that you're making the best decision for your business or the best decision for you. Find a couple of accountability partners, like I mentioned. I have a group that we talk every single week, and it's awesome to be able to talk out the things that we're working on, really get some buy-in from them on if they feel like it's a great thing, a good thing to do, and them giving you the support and encouragement to do it. So I would encourage you, if you don't have an accountability partner, to get one. Again, you can come to the Planners on Purpose Facebook community and definitely dig in and get that from someone there and create a community of people that will be able to help and encourage you along the way. So that is it. Those are my different areas where I feel like you can make moves and take action for the new year. I think I gave you about 7 of them. So 7 is a pretty awesome number. So 7 ways to take action in the new year. I hope this was really good for you, that you were able to get some different nuggets, takeaways, to be able to say that 2021 is going to be your best year yet. And the reason why it's going to be that way is because you're going to show up, you're going to go all in, and you're determined to get to where you want to go to create your ideal life. Now, I want to make sure that I remind you, the vision boards are huge. So go ahead, dig in, click the link in the description to be able to sign up for the 5-day email challenge, which you will then create your own personal vision board that's going to work from you. I have worksheets in there and checklists to be able to help you with that full process. And it's not just always about the vision board, it's the mindset behind that vision board, and it's also how you're coming up with the things that will go into it, and how do you maintain that vision throughout the remainder of the year. So it is important to really learn all of the steps to creating an effective vision board for your life. So go ahead and check that out. I would love to be able to see you, and jump into the Planners on Purpose Facebook community so that we can continue this conversation, help find ways on how we can support you, and make sure that we're holding each other accountable, because we are going to get to where we want to be, my friend. All right, Purpose Chasers, it's awesome to be able to be here today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to rate this on the way out. I hope it's a good rating, and leave a comment on how much this has made your life a little bit better this year. Cheers.